We're going to get started in just a minute. Just going to give a chance for people to jump on. Well, hello again, everyone. I am Mike Lowe. We are at MLB The Show 23, and you may be wondering why we are starting on a page here of Jackson Tetrol, or is it Tetrol? I don't know how to say his name. I practiced it before this, and I already forgot. I think it's Tetrol. So anyway, he is making his major league, I shouldn't say major league debut, he's making his 2023 debut today, and we're going to be talking about kind of this impact and what it means, and really for all you're probably concerned about is how it interacts with the sliders themselves. Playing on Legend difficulty with a guy who's a 65 overall, with the hits per 9 that's 52, and a K per 9 that's 55, and so on, is not super easy. But it's not impossible, and we're going to talk a bit about that today. Among some other things, you can see he did get 4 starts in real life in 2022 and did okay. I mean, this isn't what you like to see there with that walk to strikeout ratio. And his fielding independent ERA pretty bad. So is his component ERA. So we're obviously hoping for some better things here. I have a rule in my franchise that I won't call up players that have like that $60,000 salary or something, like clearly a minor league salary that just doesn't belong in the majors. So he did qualify. There was some other guys we were looking at bringing up, but really it's really thin with the Nationals. But even though it's thin, and even though my pitching staff is oddly out of order, just so I didn't have to keep moving these people around, the Nationals are starting to put a few things more in order because we're starting to play a little bit better baseball. We're actually going for our first 3-game sweep of the season here as we approach May 10th, my mom's birthday, by the way. And we are looking to get a much-needed off day as our pitching staff's been tired and so on. But we are really going to be looking at roster evaluation. Maybe not this off day, but certainly maybe after this Mets series when we get home. Let's kind of see if winning the San Francisco series and being really close to winning the Arizona series means anything. And maybe this is something where there's a little bit of momentum starting to build. This is not a good team. I'm not saying that even if it is, we're starting to turn a corner. We're suddenly going to be a wild card team. The Nationals are probably the worst team in this game. They're bad. So it's not a surprise. But we did split with Chicago. We lost the series with Pittsburgh. So again, we're playing much better, I guess comparatively speaking, in May than we did in April. So hello, everyone. Hello, Michael. Thanks for joining. If you're watching live, if you're watching in the archive, let me know if you have questions about anything really as far as sliders, gameplay. We're also talking Madden rosters. Of course, the NFL season starts tomorrow. My Lions are playing. Super excited about that. We're waiting for the Madden rosters. I'm waiting as well. It's probably going to be tomorrow morning, I'm assuming. We're also waiting NBA 2K24. I should have that copy here, if not tonight, probably tomorrow. And we'll be talking about that as soon as I'm allowed to. So there's a lot to go through there. Super excited about the new era that we're getting, the LeBron era in that game. And of course, I love NBA 2K, just probably my favorite sports game overall right now. So really excited to get into that too. So if you have questions about that, wanted to share that just to say that we are open to having those discussions and we can kind of chat as we go. We will be getting into some gameplay here shortly. But a couple other things I wanted to show you. I get a lot of comments, whether it's in Operation Sports or here on YouTube, and they're usually something around like, hey, hitting's not good enough, or it's too easy, or this and that. I get a lot of kind of back and forth, and that's okay. You're both right. Those people who come to me aren't wrong, and neither am I for saying, hey, just chill out and relax, because I haven't touched these sliders. I forget when we actually implemented version 1.6, which, by the way, is the most recent one on OS. But you can look at these scores. I mean, in this Arizona series, the last game we played, I lost 17-5. Now, granted, I just kind of let a pitcher in there to cook a little bit. Anthony Patrick Corbin, who I'm going to talk about a little bit later on. I just kind of let him in there knowing, like, you know what, I don't think I'm going to keep this guy on the team. We're going to be sending him down. And I just let him eat up innings. He got eaten alive. He got absolutely destroyed by a really good Arizona team. Just completely lit up against his former team there. And maybe we could have the storyline. He pulled a bit of a Patrick Waugh, speaking of Patrick's, where he gave up, instead of 11 goals, he gave up 11 runs and has demanded to be traded. But I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. The same exact slider set. I just had a career game from a different starting pitcher, Cade Cavalli. Look at this line. 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 11 strikeouts. This dude was sick. And that was technically, he pitched into the 7th inning, and he gave up his second hit and his walk in the 7th. So really, through 6, it was 1 hit, no walks, and 11 strikeouts. He gave up a leadoff single and then walked the batter, and then we took him out, and Banda, unfortunately, got hit around a little bit there. So these sliders, you have to be patient. You need a large sample size for these sort of things. So I just wanted to kind of share a couple of those box scores. But speaking of, I talked about the pitching. We are going to be seeing Tetrol is pitching here. Again, his first start of the season, and it'll be our first attempt at a sweep. I mentioned Patrick Corbin, and he's not really on my trade block because, typically the AI doesn't put players like that on their trade block. They're not. What I mean by that is like low rated, old, super overpriced. The goofy, and that's realistic. I mean, they shouldn't waste their time, really. The goofy thing about it for me is I'm able to get offers on a guy like Patrick Corbin. So before we get into who Patrick Corbin can bring back in a trade, let's look at who he is. So he's a D potential 33 overall player, 65. Again, nothing special. Where it gets really complicated is this contract. Over $20 million, which, I mean, in today's standards isn't even all that terrible anymore. But certainly in MLB The Show, that's pretty high. And certainly for a guy who's going to be getting a raise up to 25.1 when he's probably going to be like a 60 or 61 overall by next season, he'll be 34 years old. This is a terrible thing. In real life, you do anything to get rid of this guy. You would give him away for free. You could put him on waivers. And that's something I'm considering doing if the game would even let me. But here's what's interesting is when I add Corbin and I go to suggest trade, and let's just be greedy and let's just say prospects, I get a ton of offers. Now, again, are we getting like great offers here? No. And so that part I'm okay with. Like this trade player for player, I'm okay with. Let's give up Corbin. I guess he'd give the Red Sox in this case or whoever, there's a million teams that are interested, as you can see. But, okay, so it gives them a realistic option, maybe some, a guy who can come in and be a 6 starter, maybe a guy who can fill in for 10 days on an injury, etc. And they're not really giving up much. A 23-year-old B potential sounds nice, but he's a 55 overall. He's never really going to be much. At best, he's going to be a Patrick Corbin. So this actually I'm not terribly upset about until you look at the total salary. Like, why would the Red Sox or the White Sox or the Guardians or whoever, why would they want to take on 21 and then 25 million, essentially 47 million dollars in salary? So unless there's something I'm missing, I don't think there's a way to make the trading more difficult, like you can in Out of the Park or even say NBA 2K. A little bit bummed about that, but it is something I'm open. I mean, of course, if this was real life, please, any of those trades. I don't care which one it is. Just get them off my payroll. Totally fine with that. And so a little bummed about that, but nonetheless, that's where we're at. So it's something I'm looking at. But again, we're still in evaluation mode, in my opinion. This is something I remember Dave Dombrowski talking about a lot when he was with the Tigers early in his tenure at the Tigers. You don't really know the type of team you have until about mid-May. Now, I kind of do know what team we have. We're the Washington Nationals, and we're pretty bad. We're 14-22. We've been winning some more games. But again, all teams kind of go through stretches where they start playing better. I'm not expecting this to be some huge turnaround. But it still kind of opens up the window a little bit to think about making some different moves. And I go to the trade screen, the wrong one all the time. So right now, I think we have 2 players on our trade block right now. And it's Meneses and it's Strasburg. Again, I like these players. They're certainly serviceable players, even at their age. But of course, Strasburg's got a long contract here. Again, in real life, it probably would get rid of this guy for essentially nothing. Meneses, I like. Nice contract, but again, he's 30. He is a player I wouldn't mind keeping around. Certainly, if we were a good team, I wouldn't be moving him at all. I like it. He's got some position versatility. But overall, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what we're going to be able to do with Meneses here. As far as the long term, his contract, he will be up for renewal, so he's going to be cheap. So I don't mind keeping him. But to me, in order to rebuild the team, you have to maximize what you can get for what you have. And right now, Meneses, I don't care if he hits 50 home runs for me. That's not as useful as if he can bring back a prospect or two. The 50 home runs means nothing. Speaking of home runs, another critique I've been getting a little bit is like, oh, power, like there's not enough power. You need to up this slider. What am I doing? You need to change this slider and so on. Well, and I've had people say like, hey, it's too easy to get hits. Well, here I am. We're dead last in hitting, but we're not dead last in home runs. So if you go to the bottom of home runs here, we're 23rd. So again, not great. We're towards the bottom, but those are ticking up, especially hits. So that's been really good to see, but we are dead last in hits by quite a bit right now. We're a terrible team. This is nothing shocking. It's okay to be first or last in some categories unless you're seeing like massive patterns across different franchises, different teams, different seasons, that kind of thing. Then yes, it's an issue, or if we were all experiencing the same thing. But these are holding up really, really well. And the evidence of that, if you don't believe me, is go back and look at my old streaming series. When I did a full season with the Marlins, when Giancarlo Stanton was still there, I won the MVP with Giancarlo Stanton. He was awesome. It was such a fun franchise to play through. I think we missed the playoffs on the last game of the season. We played every pitch of every game, if you remember, and it was really, really cool. So I'm very confident in where these sliders are at. And I've said before, I think I said it in the slider thread, version 1.6 and the combination, understand it's not just my sliders, it's the game doing 90% of the work, 95% of the work. But where the game is at right now, with the version 1.6 sliders, it's the best this game has ever played. There are still plenty of things I would change about this game. I have top 5 or top 10 lists on my YouTube channel talking about those things. So please feel free to look through those if you're curious kind of what I would fix. But really, the more that this game can start to look like an out-of-the-park baseball or an NBA 2K or, my goodness, a football manager on the PC, that kind of thing, the better. That would be amazing. So, but again, not holding our breath here. It's still a fun game. I agree with a lot of others who are talking about Madden and stuff like this, just kind of saying, hey, it's just a game. It's not going to be perfect. And yeah, you're right. That is completely fine. So the Giants are 20-16. They were 20-14 before they had us roll into town here. If we look at the standings really quick, we, of course, are 11 games out. But hey, we might be moving up here. We have scored very, very few runs. We've also given up. I mean, we're just, again, I've said it a million times, we're just not a good team. This should not be a surprise to you. The Giants are 20-16. These are really important games for them. And their stadium has been pretty full. So, but we have Jackson Tetral going today for us. It is his first start of the season against Alex Wood, who's got a whopping 6.11 ERA. I'm going to check the chat here in just a minute. Give you a nice look there at the stadium. I see a bunch of stuff popping in. What's up, D-Man? Michael's asking, if you aren't playing good with your team, you want to adjust sliders a little bit to hit better and get homers. No, and yeah, Michael, so I think that was the comment I was talking about just a minute ago about, no, because I'm not good. Like, if I want to get better, I need better players. I need to develop players. I don't just go in and adjust the sliders and make it home run derby. And it's no knock. If that's what you want to do, it's just a video game. Like, do it. It's totally fine. But for what I'm trying to do, this team should struggle. I want them to struggle, and I'm enjoying the struggle. It's so fun when I win. It's so fun when I go back and look at yesterday's box score of the most recent game I played, and I see C.J. Abrams with 4 for 5 with 2 doubles, drives in a run. Luis Garcia with 3 RBIs, 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. These things are so fun. Victor Robles going 3 for 5. Keibert Ruiz finally doing something, hits his first home run of the year, goes 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. This was so fun. We still struck out 13 times, but that's what we do. We're just not a very good team. And if you don't believe me, guys, this is not like I'm playing terrible or the sliders are jacked up. This is my lineup. 67. Look, just looking at the overalls. We don't even need to get into it that deep. Look at this team. I mean, what do you want me to do with this? This should not be a huge surprise. And it's fun when you get a guy like Cade Cavalli who just goes off in a game and just pitches like probably the best game of his career. Yeah, I mean, certainly, at least in my franchise here. So it's exciting. Now, again, it probably just means Jackson Tetreault is going to come out and just get absolutely demolished or something, and that's okay. We still won the series, and we're not expecting to win every game. So I'm enjoying it. So yeah, just hope that Michael answers your question there. Yeah, the fielding reaction is definitely, I don't know if that was officially on my list of top things. Michael's talking about just kind of the slow fielder reaction. What I've noticed has helped a little bit, and this is why you're seeing now like Lane Thomas is starting, is he's a true right fielder. I think this game has just really over-penalized secondary positions, even though it's just like left field or something like that, which is ridiculous. But he's playing a more consistent right field. Now look at his ratings. He's playing a more consistent right field than when I had Dominic Smith out there. Even though Dominic Smith, even with like a penalty, you'd think would be the better right fielder. But this guy seemed really laggy. He'd kind of get stuck in his shoes a little bit, like he had cement in him. And so I've really tried to focus, minus Meneses here, on keeping players at their primary positions. I would love to actually just move like Yadiel Hernandez to first base even and let Meneses DH, but this game, for some reason, a left fielder suddenly can't catch the ball when they play first base, and it's a little strange there. But and again, his ratings are pretty terrible, so it's not the end of the world. And a lot of that, again, is to combat stuff people were doing in Diamond Dynasty, where you put like Joey Meneses at catcher or center field or something. So anyway, hope that helps answer that question. No, we don't want to exit. We want to go play the next game finally. All right, it's game time. Jumping in. All right, so Tetreault getting the start. Bullpen's looking pretty good minus Banda. So we really do need Tetreault to pitch some innings here. We have an off day tomorrow, but I mean, our long reliever is pretty gassed right now. And we have our lefty lineup here because, of course, Alex Wood going against a lefty. And let's see what we want to do here. Really mixing up the lineup a little bit here. I think Hubert Ruiz would be good. Yeah, that's fine. Derek Hill. Perfect time to give Abrams a day off. We're going to give Luis Garcia the day off as well. Just makes a lot of sense there. Kind of 2 days off, technically. So actually, we might need CJ Abrams to play. He's been really good for us. I do want to give Garcia the day off. He's pretty gassed, but dang. Oh, you know what we can do? We can do this. We can put Chavis at second base. Give both these guys a day off. Alex Call's been so bad, but even though his ratings are worse against lefties, like I kind of want to just get him in there to see if that's truly the case. Ugh, this lineup's just bleak against lefties. It's just not great. Let's see. We're gonna go. Actually, Chavis. Oops, batting fifth's probably a good move. Anybody else we want to get in? Not worried about the lefties. Victor Robles. I honestly think I'd rather get Robles in than Candelario. Alex Call is going to play left. Too many outfielders. Let's see here. So yeah, Alex Call will sit today. Candelario. Who can play third base? Robles goes to left. Yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, I like that. Let me just make sure I have my positions the right way here. So we can pretty much, well, we actually have a lot of secondary positions going today, but it's just how it's going to be here. Getting some guys some rest, sitting some lefties. But I think that's pretty decent here. The only lefty in the lineup, Yadiel Hernandez. But yeah, we're good to go. It's going to tell me a lot of players are bad. I know. We've been pretty bad. Sorry for the delay there, guys. I don't get a whole lot. I haven't had a lot of lefty games, and I've been messing with the lineups a little bit, so.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the San Francisco Giants. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Washington Nationals are in position to sweep this 3-game series with a win. So, Chris, what's their mindset heading into today?
Yeah, looking to go 3 for 3, Boog. They've already won the series, and now they can really leave their mark. It's all about having confidence, and that's what a team takes away from a sweep. So they're happy to win the series, but they'll really be riding high tomorrow with the win today.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And on the hill, the lefty, Alex Wood. And, Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Well, you know this guy wants to be better than that. I mean, the ERA is bloated. He understands that he's got to put his team in a better position to win.
Just these really quick pregame, as always. Had someone asking about that. And the slider thread on Operation Sports.
Ball games, and
give a quick look here.
You have to forget about your own individual stats.
Doesn't throw super hard.
Out there and attack and try to get that
super
W.
standard
that,
repertoire.
You'll look up, and most likely that ERA will have dropped over time.
Well, I'm bummed you guys aren't going to see CJ Abrams. He's been really, really hot. So I'm looking up middle, kind of, and I'm going to really lay off stuff on the inside. I've mentioned this before. When I have a guy opposite hand pitcher, and he throws a slider, especially in that top 2 pitching repertoire there, the list, I will pretty much avoid everything that's on the inside and just assume it's a slider and just let it come in and either hit me or be a ball.
And a pitch. Jeter down.
Watch his delivery. Boy, his slider looks like a changeup.
Go for a ball. Next offering is in for a strike. And that one is inside.
Got a call there. Ooh, definitely got a call.
The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Yeah, I had to protect there a little bit. So that's why I try to lay off those early, obviously. Earlier in the count.
There, at worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Now the batter now, Yadiel Hernandez. And takes low for ball 1. Wood, a former All-Star. He features a 2-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a 4-seamer. One down, base is empty. Back to the mound. Tosses to first. Quick start to this afternoon's action. 2 gone. As we take a look at the Nationals lineup.
It's not pretty.
There with a lot of strikeouts. They are right on trend, Chris. A lot of swing and miss in this lineup. And they come in with more strikeouts than any other team in the league right now.
Well, clearly they're looking to connect and hit the ball a long way, but at some point you've got to shorten up, and you'd like to see guys do it, especially when they're having a hard time scoring runs. With 2 strikes, maybe spread out a little bit, choke up the bat, and just try to put the ball in play. There's a good chance that you'll find a hole and maybe get something going that way.
And by the way, when I say I'm looking up, you know, it's still relatively easy for me to lay off things because I'm not looking like the traditional, like at the letters, nothing, not even close. I'm not even looking at elbow. When I say I'm looking up, where I'm visualizing is his belt, which I know sounds ridiculous, but like that's where it is, right? If you look at the kind of the map there on the screen, it's belt to knees more or less. So that's what I'm considering up, is something around his belt. If it's up around the letters or even his elbow, it's a ball. Don't swing at it.
Here comes the 0-1. That one fouled off. And here it comes. That one just misses.
Had to flinch just in case that was the slider coming over. Oh my gosh.
Down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2.
That's bad. I usually lay off those.
They
got me twice with it. 2 strikes.
Turn, no score.
I'm going to see a lot of those, but it's okay. It'll get him in trouble if I'm patient.
Back here at Oracle Park. And on the hill, Jackson Tatro.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
And that's in for a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Pitch misses there. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And now 2-2.
2 strikes.
2-2 now. Hit hard, base hit.
Got him in 2 strikes. Yeah, hit it hard.
Timed it up any better than that. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now it's J.D. Davis. Entering this one second in the National League in hitting. Checks over to first, back safely. Check swing, no appeal. And that's ball 1.
Ooh, he's had a hell of a year, J.D. Davis.
Righty to the plate. And a good eye there.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
That one's spoiled, and
this is foul though.
The count now 2-1. Slater gets his lead at first with nobody out. High fly ball out into left center field. Robles moving under this one. Puts it away for the out.
Usually Robles is in center field for us, but with Derek Hill playing.
Here's the Giants lineup.
Speedy outfield today.
One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Austin Slater.
And Boog, he's their team leader in home runs, so you know the pitchers on that other side, man, they took a lot of time preparing for him in that pregame meeting. You know, he's got a lot of pop, and it's real pop. It's not fluky at all. He can absolutely change the outlook of a game very quickly, so watch out when he steps in.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. That's inside.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
Really nice spot there on that 2-0 to get back in the count. I mean, hitters looking to turn on something, but tough pitch like that, he's just going to take it.
Over to first, and he's saved. Two and one now. That one the other way. Downs.
Got him the chase. So leadoff single. Gets out of trouble.
End of one. And we're still.
Good job, Tetro.
Welcome back. Top of the second. Up now for Washington, Joey Meneses.
Breaking ball hitter here, so I'm just looking for that circle change low, and if he kind of front doors me a slider there, we'll take a look at
the
that.
line to the pitch. Right down to shoot. Strike one.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
0-1. And
Oh,
a swing and a
tried
miss
to
there.
check that.
Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Am I swinging at that?
Really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So
Confidence is
standard
probably
strike
super.
zone is
No, it's not that
consistent
high on the
with it,
slider. Yeah.
And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
And that's a fair ball.
We'll take it for all the ones that the AI gets against us.
Pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And now it's Michael Chavis. And that one hammered.
That's what we're looking for.
That's back there. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here.
See, Michael, there you go. He's got to get the right
That'll
pitches to
fire
hit.
up the dugout, and they throw a pair on the board.
That was that
It's
slider. So that was the
2-0.
slider that started on the outside of the plate. Just came right over the middle. And it's kind of a win-win because if it's a fastball, you know, you're just going to hit the gap. Maybe, you know, more towards center field, obviously. But if it's a slider,
typically don't get away with
at the very least, you're going to hit up the left field line.
Right there, he made him pay.
Here's Victor Robles, one
Let's
of the
see.
stars in the win yesterday.
Where's that swing? I mean, that
He
was
had 3
dead in the
hits.
middle there. I like to look at their defense is really bad. Like, look at their third baseman, the pitcher, their catcher. So there's opportunities here to bunt.
Just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
First baseman's playing way back. Another one.
There's a swing and a drive.
Same
That's
spot.
back. And it hits the fence.
He's got the speed to get there.
Fires to second too late. Into second with a double, and that was hard hit.
He was all over.
Don't sleep on these Nationals, guys.
Home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. Homered last night.
Same exact spot. That's where I was looking.
That one misses, and that is ball one. Robles stands at second with no outs. Next offering is in for a strike.
How is that a strike? Borderline.
And that's in the
There we go. See, just lay off that. If it starts in the middle, certainly on the left, lay off it.
Next one misses, and now 3-1.
So got to watch the break on that because if that's the slider, that's another home run. But I saw that two-seam movement at the last second, laid off it.
And that's in for a
And that's
strike.
okay. I'm laying off that because if that's the slider, that's ball 4.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Conforto brings it in with a nice running grab. Now batting Jamer Candelario. Had the day off yesterday. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. 1 out and a runner at second. Next one off the plate inside. And the count is 2-0. Misses with the 2-0, and he's
So if you're
fired
looking
3
up
straight
around the
outside
letters on
strike
that,
zone.
you might be swinging, right? But not even close. Belt. Belt is what's high in this game.
Here's a 3-0. That's in there. In for a strike. Now it's 3-2. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Moving Move to second. Robles dives back.
I was going to try to sneak a base on him there.
Back to work. 3-2 now. Good job to
Yeah,
fight
I
that
had
one
to
off.
fight that off.
And a payoff pitch. Got it by him for the K.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Derek Hill. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Jeter Downs in the on-deck circle for the Nats. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And he walked him.
Walks the 9-hitter.
That just came apart right
Two
there.
fastest
4-pitch
guys on the
ball
team on
game.
base right now, so
Guy at the plate was
Double's
not
gonna score
help him out
2.
by swinging at something out of the zone.
Single,
Batting
no
order
problem, will
turns
score
over.
1.
And now Jeter Downs.
But still,
He's 0 for 1.
call timeout real quick here. Or not.
First offering, and it just misses.
Looking at the outfield arms here. Decent arm and left. That's probably the only one I'm super concerned with.
Kicks and deals. That one fouled hard the other way. And a 1-1. Swings through that one.
Very well executed changeup right there. If he can command the fastball consistently, that's going to be an important pitch in terms of him turning this outing around.
And a swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes for the second time today. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this 2-run homer. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball.
Let's go Nationals.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning.
Jackson Tetrell back out, second inning.
Mitch Haniger. The pitch. And he pumps in a
Great pitch.
strike.
Ooh,
Liner caught it.
goodness for the
second.
shift.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away.
Hit hard. Yikes. He's had a couple very hard
He's got nothing to show
hit
for it.
outs so
Here
far.
comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. 2 for 8 in the series so far. In there for strike 1.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Next offering is downstairs. Right-hander kicks, deals.
That's out.
That one down the line.
No, just take it to the base.
The flip to the pitcher covering. And a couple of quick outs.
Don't ever do, I mean, yeah, just take it to the base. Don't risk a throw. And just simple reason, right? The throw, something could go bad. The catch, something could go bad. Just take it to the
Collected
base.
3 hits in the loss yesterday.
Appreciate the pitcher running over, but come on.
First offering misses the mark.
Guys, NBA 2K24 comes out, what, in a day or two? Madden rosters should be out in the morning.
Next pitch is downstairs. That one missed. The 3-1. They say it went.
3-2.
Swings
Ooh,
and
got him to
misses.
chase.
It's a strikeout. Giants are down 1-2-3. They trail things here 2-0.
Good job, Tetrol. You know, some of this just we're just running out a Giants team that's just cold right now, and that happens even though they have a winning record. They're just not
Back
playing
here at
great.
the ballpark, now the number 2 hitter, Yadiel Hernandez. Wood back to work. There's a strike. Hernandez in his 3rd season, 35 years old, and he was born in Cuba. The next offering misses.
Probably
And it's
another guy here we could
1-1.
have on the trade block. 35-year-old. Still performing okay.
Swings and misses. 1-2. And another ball.
Yeah. Honestly, okay, just slapping something to left field. No problem with that here.
Hit on the ground to the
Or
right side.
something to
Into
right
the
field.
outfield, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Just one of those seen high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Here's Lane Thomas. First pitch, and he just misses.
So see what laying off those inside pitches can do against an opposite-handed pitcher. Like that's a good pitch, but I wasn't even tempted. He can take all those he wants if he can hit it.
Kicks and fires. And now it's
That
even
was
up.
borderline. That would have
Nationals
probably been a
showing
double play if I
great
swung at
discipline
that.
the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their
Not
game
borderline
in this
strike.
one.
It was
They're doing a
borderline.
good
I was going
job
to
of
swing at
working
it,
the
but
pitch count,
I'm
and
looking
they've been
high.
able to push
High middle right now is where I'm
runs to
looking.
score as well.
Next
a little
offering
too
is fouled
high.
back. At the belt and fires. Swing and a ball
It might
popped
work.
up.
It will.
That one gets down for a hit.
Get it in
Lead
play.
runner holds up.
Hey, stuff's dropping for us this week. I'll take it. We need it.
He went up there and got it with 2 strikes. I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice
He
job
hasn't.
right there.
Oh, he has
Coming
thrown
back
that
in at
changeup. We got to make sure that changeup's a strike, though. I mean, that's the ideal pitch I'm looking for.
And here is Joey
Nope.
Meneses.
I thought that was
Strike
a
1.
terrible swing. Ah,
Now a pop up on the infield. And the infield fly rule
Not good.
called.
The batter number 6, second baseman.
And Michael Chavis will get a chance to hit. He's already homered in this one.
oh man.
And first offering is fouled off. Yeah, this is a guy originally drafted as a shortstop. He's got big time power. 0-1 down. Good eye right there.
Chavis from Sprayberry High School, and you know what? Spray something here, you drive in a run.
Strike
Oh,
2.
wow. Can't believe I missed that.
2 strikes.
Got him.
Oh my
And
gosh.
there's 2 down.
A lot of swing and misses still.
And now it's Victor Robles up to hit.
Playing way back.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
2 outs. And he lays down a bunt. To first, and he beats
Ooh,
it. Everyone's
I don't
safe.
know if he did beat that out or not.
He was racing down.
I don't know.
He didn't assume he was going to be safe.
gonna
until
replay
his
that?
foot hit
Let's
the
see.
bag and looked up for the umpire.
I was trying to go to
Nice
first.
run, great hustle to get himself a
Way
knock.
too close to the catcher. That's the only guy I didn't want to make that play. I thought he was out. Oh yeah, he's out by a mile.
And now the catcher
Are they
comes up
seriously not going to replay that?
Flied out his first time.
Wow. Okay.
And that's in there for strike one.
He was out by like 2 feet. Did they score it a yeah, they scored it a hit. Wow. I was thinking maybe the game might have thought that was an error or something. Might drop. Nope.
And that'll do it.
No harm.
3 left for Washington, but they hold a 2-0 lead.
Let's do it.
Set for the bottom of the third. Michael Conforto will climb in.
The left fielder, Michael Conforto.
The right-hander back to work. And there's a ball.
Ball 1, no strike.
And delivers outside.
Ball 2.
And a foul ball. Makes
On
the count
speed.
2-1. And the right-hander deals. Foul ball there. Next pitch is in the dirt. And that's ball 3. And there's ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here's Joey Bart now. First pitch,
Oh, where is
just
that at?
misses. And a strike in there. Here's a 1-1. Next offering misses down and away. And now it's filled up.
Scary moment here.
Here comes a pitch. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Don't be afraid to challenge guys even if they're dead red.
Top of the strike zone, we're seeing more
Fastball's still your
fastballs
best
in that
pitch,
location.
99% of the time.
Especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Now Marco Luciano. Off the mark there. And it's 1-0. Foul ball.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
That's in there. And the count 1-2.
1 ball.
Conforto leads off first with 1 away. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. Got him swinging.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Slater stands in now and watches strike 1. Next offering is down low.
I do think there's maybe one more slider change I might make for a version
That
1.7.
misses off the outside edge.
And it would probably be to like CPU timing for hitting.
And the righty deals. Outside.
It'll help with walks.
JD
It'll help
Davis
with
on deck for San
less
Francisco.
strikeouts. I'm probably getting just maybe a few too many. But I don't know, because then I'll have stretches where I, won't strike out anybody for a long time.
Movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Got him.
Just struck out the side there, so.
So the Giants leave one. They're still down. It's 2-0. And welcome back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Jeimer Candelario. And a pitch. Ball one, no strikes.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
And that one upstairs. Misses off the plate. 3 balls, no strikes. There's a strike.
Wow.
And it's through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Fire bats this series. At least getting some hits. I know he's scoring a ton of runs,
Hill
but
digging in for the Nationals. There's the strike. Nobody out. Runner at first. That's out to center field. Estrada sizes this one up. Great effort as he's able to haul it in. And there's one down.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And that one is lifted in the air. Yastrzemski pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
The batter.
Yadiel Hernandez.
pitch count is where we want it, above 60 after 4 innings.
1 for 2.
Oh my gosh.
Side,
3 straight pitches lead to 3 straight
frame.
outs. Well, there are good pitches
Nationals
to hit.
leave one, but they're on top 2-0. Back here in San Francisco, now it's J.D. Davis.
The third baseman, J.D.
Eddie Diaz. And there's a curve through for a strike.
Great pitch.
Pitching well,
Right where I wanted
a
it.
ton of first pitch strikes.
Confidence is high. When your pitcher's
Usually
confidence is
doesn't work out
high,
for success, but you can never predict baseball.
it's a lot easier to pitch with them.
And he's down.
And then the other part is
0-2
just
as he
hitting your
swings through
spots,
it.
especially with that early and late
Tardy on that fastball.
portion of the
Great
pitch
job
meter.
of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Foul
Seems
ball,
to
it
really
stays
impact your
0-2.
your quality there.
The pitch. Swing and a ball popped up. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
He's pitching well.
Up next to the Giants.
Got some good starts this series.
Here's Jack Peterson. He hit into a double play his first time up. And there's a foul ball. And it's even
1
up.
ball, 1 strike.
Good eye right there.
Ton of movement too. It seems when a pitcher's confidence is up, and maybe this is just my imagination, but it does seem like their movement and things like that really just start to
On the ground.
pop a little bit.
To first, and that quickly 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Mitch.
Now batting Mitch Haniger. He's 0 for 1. Out front and foul to the left side. Yo 1.
Uh-oh.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Lucky there, his confidence wasn't as high as it is. That could have been a little more trouble.
Number 5.
probably their most dangerous hitter in their lineup.
For him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Mike Yastrzemski up here. Grounded out his first time. Clips the corner. That's strike 1. Ball 1 there. And now 2-1.
Gotta get some of these.
Haniger leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Comebacker to the mound. Throw to first is in time. And that is the inning.
All right,
One left
pitching
for
well.
San Francisco.
Pitching
They
well,
trail it
guys.
here, 2-0.
I like it.
New inning getting started. And now up for Washington, Lane Thomas.
Lane
The pitch.
Thomas.
That's off the mark. 1-0. And that's outside. 2-0. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. In for a strike, now 3-1.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to. Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with a quick free pass.
Wood keeping an eye on him.
Gotta get Meneses' bat going here.
Grounder might be 2. There's 1. On to first, double play.
I think there's always something pretty about watching a 5-4-3 double play get turned. I mean, just seeing the ball whipped around the diamond with quickness and accuracy, that was nice.
And it's Michael Chavis at the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That's smashed towards center. Makes the grab, and that is that. Bottom of the inning, and digging in for San Francisco, Tyro Estrada.
So what's the game plan here for Jackson Tetral? It's certainly to get through 5. I'd love to get through 6, but we don't need to. We have a day off tomorrow. Our bullpen is rested. If he gets me through 5, even if it's only at 75 pitches or something like that, we have a lot of options here. But certainly would like to try and get him the win. But of course we want to get the team win, so that's kind of where my thought process is at this point.
And first offering is fouled
not going
off.
to be a good place to leave pitches.
Giants, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat, and that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
The line to kick the pitch.
Luckily we're catching those line drives though.
And that one fouled off.
Ooh, yeah, good pitch.
Estrada
Yeah.
tries to hold up, appeal to first.
Great pitch.
Bring him up, says Clyde
Ooh.
Washington. That's
What is this guy? What do you,
strikeout.
62 or 65 overall on legend difficulty?
He reached out a walk his first
Come on now.
time.
Ooh, he's just
Big time
eating them
jam
up right now.
there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
And now the count is even. Just missed. The 2-1. On the ground, right side. Sends it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting.
Honestly, I hate to take Tetral out, but I don't know if he's going to have any gas to pitch beyond 5 innings
This
here.
is Joey Bart. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
I think it's been good this year, though.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Now there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Next
Man,
offering
he
is in
just
for a strike.
sharp right now.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Next offering misses. Ball 1.
The idea was right, looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
Next pitch is outside.
Curveball. Yep. Good call, catcher.
2 down, nobody on.
Got him.
Liner picked on the hop at first. Meneses.
What do we do, guys? That's 5 really strong innings.
There for San Francisco, and they're down 2-0.
But let's see. It could be a little bit of a different story here if we put some more runs on the board.
And they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Johnny Brebbia. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Number 59, John Brebbia.
Yeah, Michael, the strike zone view I'm not a big fan of. Like, I'm in the minority on this, but I feel like the strike zone view is cheese. I know people use it for Diamond Dynasty. I don't like it. I'm not telling people, you can play all you want. I just don't like it, and that's why I don't really play Diamond Dynasty, because I don't like that view, but everyone else does, and it just gives you a massive advantage. That's just not how baseball looks. You don't have some like zoomed in telescope view when you're playing real baseball. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of it, but I know it's popular. Yeah, Michael, I mean, I'm well aware how to get more walks. I mean, right now our pitchers are just sharp. I'm hitting my spots very consistently, which is, yeah, I agree. It's something I'm giving some thought to. And right now, it's just Giants team's just cold. Sometimes you just run into a team that's just cold. And if you swept teams in these, if you play every game, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You can just feel it. And so, yeah, I don't really think the issue is actually pitch control. I'm missing enough spots. Like when I look at my balls to strike ratio collectively, I mean, this game it's probably a little high, but they're coming out fine. The issue is not the pitch control. It's the CPU timing. And you can literally see that just in their latent, and you can check all that stuff too, right? So you can go into all of these, you can go into batter analysis, and you can look and see like, where are they early, where are they late, and so on. And like when you go through and look at all of those different things, that's what will help me kind of determine. But I can tell you, I've done this number of years now, and it's just a feel thing, at least initially, until I look deeper at it. But to me, CPU timing up 1 is probably the next slider move, because that's going to automatically help with walks, because they're going to be more patient. It affects patience a little bit, but more importantly, they're going to foul off more pitches. They're not going to chase as many pitches. That alone is going to have you start pitching, hopefully, more outside the zone. Otherwise, you're going to get lit up. And that's going to lead to more walks, and also them just fouling off pitches. You just have more chances to miss your spot and walk players.
Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
First pitch doesn't.
Gotta adjust these sliders too, by the way. Get those ready. This one won't matter now, but it's just for when I go to simulate games afterwards. This will matter, so.
Find the zone. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. And a pitch.
Oh.
And a foul ball.
That's a good pitch to hit.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Movement in the
really
bullpen.
wasn't fooled. I just swung way too early.
Up and throwing for Gabe Kapler. That hits the dirt. The count now 2-2.
That time I was fooled.
Slider got him for strike 3.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's the catcher, Hebert Ruiz. His righty-lefty splits there. Rebbia, in his 6th season, he features a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup. Splits the plate, and a count 1-1.
Guy's very hittable if we can just be patient.
Well struck left field. This one's got a chance. And that one is.
Ooh, he's got to hustle.
Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is.
It never hurts to kind of recite your mantra, your hitting mantra. I mean, it sounds silly, but it's just like real life. Like, you got to keep it in mind. Can't play this game on difficult sliders and settings distracted. So literally, just where that pitch before, I just said, you know, we got to be patient. We can hit this guy. Be patient. And there's a late swing. I mean, it says perfect, but it was technically late going over to left field there. And so that helped, right? The reason I was saying be patient is his primary pitch is a slider, and it's slow as F. So I need to let it come to me a little bit.
That one's in there, 0-1.
And then, you know, in this case, probably lay off a lot of low stuff with that changeup, which we've been chasing a lot today. So
bounce to the right. Estrada whips it to first, and 2 away now.
Well, I got a decision to make here because I don't want to pinch hit so early. I like Derek Hill for his defense, but the dude cannot hit righties at all.
This is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right
see there. But he's got good speed. He's not really a decent bunter. I'm going to honestly try to lay down a bunt here. No, not this pitch. There we go. That'll work. Change that up at the last second. We're going to try and stretch this.
It's 3-zip to second, but way too late. Safe there.
So kind of aborted that decision at the very last second.
First pitch. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got
surprised that was fair
to shoot it through for a knock, and we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Jeter downs to the plate here.
It's a big run.
That one clips the outside corner.
Good pitch. Can't really do a lot with that.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider.
So definitely got to lay off the outside stuff here. I'm just looking low in the zone here for something.
Tapped in front of the plate. Tossed to Slater.
All right, it's a big run though.
Third out.
Oh shoot, and I forgot to get our bullpen warmed up.
It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the
nice view.
show.
This game plays well. They did a nice job. Good job, San Diego Studios. It's playing well.
Bottom 6,
just gotta clean up a few things. And they got the hard part done. Like, the gameplay's so good. So we're in the 6th here. Probably go righty still. Get these guys up here. How many pitches is he at? 76? I mean, I can let him go a little bit longer until those guys are warm.
Tatro back to work. And first offering is
Tatro,
fouled
that's
off.
how they said it. That was Tetrol.
Hammered, base hit.
Alright, that might do it now. I wanted to give him a shot.
Austin Slater stands in. Now time is called.
His confidence is through the roof, but yeah, it's time. Good job, young man. Perfect time to bring in Rasmo Ramirez, our ground ball double play guy.
It appears Dave Martinez is ready to dive into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change.
Very happy with how he pitched. Let's get Ramirez to get a double play here.
Erasmo Ramirez into the game.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So This is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Our bullpen's been really good.
First offering, and it just misses. Slater, 30 years old now, and he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games. That's a strike, and a count 1-1.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Oh boy, that's a bad
Pitch
pitch.
misses. 2 balls and a strike.
And see, you know, that being a bad pitch, it was still just out of the zone. I didn't bean the guy. I didn't go behind him. And what Michael was talking about earlier is if you start messing with the pitch control too much, you start to see too much of that stuff. You start to see too many hit by pitches. You start to see too many wild pitches, and it'll just mess up a lot of other stats. So there's other ways you can increase walks without messing with those things.
That one
3
missed.
balls, 1 strike.
Come on now, Ramirez.
Runner at
I don't want
first
to get
with
into
no
this
outs
guy,
here.
though, but jeez.
And ball 4, 2
It's
aboard.
okay.
Well, this could be the start of something. They haven't found a way to score yet, but now's their chance to change that.
J.D. Davis, the next Giant to hit.
That's not good. I was thinking I was pitching to J.D. Davis. Whoops. This is bad. Let's see. So looking ahead here, what do we got coming up? Just in case we knew Carl Edwards, who's our best home runs per 9 guy. In case things get scary.
And first
pitch.
offering
Good
is
pitch, good
fouled
pitch.
off.
Real good pitch.
The pitch. They say
Another
it
good
went.
pitch.
4-2 is the count.
John Rasmo. Just to show me fastball here.
Next pitch, not close, up high.
It's okay. That's where we want that.
Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Righty delivers. Bounced up the middle.
I'm going to play at 1.
In plenty of time to first, and that is a big first
Man.
out.
That's when a good pitch. Again, we got the ground ball. It was like too good. Contact wasn't good enough.
And Jack Peterson stands in. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is
So
not
let's
really
look at this
swinging the
here.
bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and
I mean,
misses.
we certainly don't want to pitch to
strikeout.
Haniger. And
I
giving up
think you
1,
attack
even
him
2
in this
runs, not
spot.
the end of the world here. Key's not good enough that 3rd run.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. And that one off the outside edge. Luciano at 3rd. Slater at 2nd with 1 away. And 2-0 is in for a strike. Just off the inside edge.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Notice where his confidence is at, right? There's a big difference the way Rasmo Ramirez is pitching versus Jackson Terrell, or however you say his name. Big difference.
2 on, 1 out. Pulls that one foul.
Having trouble hitting my spots.
The pitch.
Oh,
Fights
wow.
it off. You'll see
We're
another.
very lucky there.
And a pitch. That's a base hit as a run scores. Now 2 runs score, and they trail by 1.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And up next for the Giants, Mitch Haniger. In there, and it's 0-1. And it's fouled
Oh my
away.
goodness. Catcher loves calling this curveball, but it's
Righty
not
to
been
the
a good
plate.
pitch.
Foul ball still 0-2. And a pitch. And ball one.
2 strikes.
And now it's even up.
No, we used to say, if you're scared, get a dog. Throw the fastball, man.
If you're scared,
get a dog, man. Just get a dog.
1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Next one just misses. And it's a full
Oh, man.
count.
A lot of pitches here. He's tired. This is the last batter.
Got him. Now 2 out.
Oh, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Definitely going to Sean Doolittle here.
Sean Doolittle.
Hopefully just for
on the
one
pitch
batter.
here.
He has been
He last
awesome for
pitched
us.
2 days ago.
He'd probably be our all-star right now.
Yastrzemski in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Next offering is in for a
Great
strike.
pitch. Put this in the dirt, preferably.
And here it comes. Got
Oh,
him
wow.
swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the
Matchups
fastball
do
at
matter.
the knees. They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're through 6 full. It's the Nationals 3 and the Giants 2. So Luke Jackson gets the call.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Well, 1-run game. Yadiel Hernandez digging in for the Nationals. 1 for 3. The wind of the pitch. Just missed.
Well, these Nats really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. One thing is they haven't been fooled all that much. 6 of their hits have come off speed pitches.
The wind of the pitch. Called strike right there.
And that success against off-speed pitches tells me they're doing a great job of seeing the ball deep, letting the ball travel, and then just trying to use the whole field.
Next offering upstairs.
Pretty much. That's the game plan.
Next offering clips the zone
pitch.
count even at 2. Right-handed reliever. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
You know what, Boog? If you're at the plate in that spot, you'll take it. You're fighting against the strikeout, trying to stay alive, but that pitch took the guesswork right out of it.
Ground ball left side could be 2.
Got lucky.
Moves it.
Everyone's safe. Too fast. I want to see more errors too, but it's a weird slider. It's not as responsive as some of the other sliders.
Joey Meneses digging in for the Nationals.
It's a good matchup here. Primary pitch, a slider. Got the breaking ball quirk.
That
Gotta
one
lay
got
off those.
close.
Gotta lay
And
off
that's
those.
ball 1. There's a strike.
It's okay. I'm not looking for that.
Hernandez over at second. Thomas on at first with nobody out.
Oh, gosh.
And a pop-up.
That's what I was looking for.
Foul territory.
Oh,
And
what was
squeezing
that?
it, it drops in
Amazing.
foul.
Is that an error? They didn't give that an error. Hilarious.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Swings and misses. Struck
Man, I
him
felt like I was on
out.
that.
Here's Chavis now, and he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the second inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
Yeah, what's up, GG? Yeah, that was a wild at bat. That was funny. Still looking for that slider.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this
Just
inning.
a stupid swing.
And the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's
Thought that was
strike
the
two.
slider. It was
Quickly in
not,
an
so that's why I'm
0-2
late
count,
on
you've got
that.
to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
He's a little
Well,
out front,
two-year.
but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Next offering is foul back. One out. Runners at first and second. That one misses, and that's ball one.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And the right-hander deals. And just misses with that one. Victor Robles waits on deck. And time call.
Let's see if we want to
plate.
send
Maybe
the runners
trying
or
to
not.
slow things down
K39's
here
pretty
at a crucial
high.
spot.
His vision's pretty low. Nah, we're not going to send him here. Stick to the game plan. Be patient.
Out to center.
Right on that.
On his
But
way over.
I guess not
No
quite
trouble here.
as on it
Looks
as I
away
thought.
for the out.
Saw it really well, though.
That's out number 2. So first and second with 2 outs. Here's the left fielder, Victor Robles.
Again, good bunter. Terrible third baseman. And again, when we look at
Now he steps out of the box as he asks
you
for
know, his
time.
vision's 49, his contact is, I don't know, terrible. And if they're going to just give it to, I mean, they're just sitting back there. I'll take, maybe, if this is a swing, I'll take a strike, but if it's a ball. Okay,
And the
good.
first pitch
So I was going to say, if
misses
it's a
for ball
ball, I'm going to try and bunt here.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul.
Still way back.
At the belt and fires. And that's down and away.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Popped up.
Ah, darn
Flashes
it.
the leather on the running catch. And
Yeah, I guess
that
the only
is
bummer,
that.
and I don't know if the
So
game takes
Nats
this into
lead
account. I
it
mean, it's
there.
harder to
They
bunt
still
off,
lead at 3-2.
you know, sliders, things like that, a lot of movement. I shouldn't say it's harder. It's harder to, you know, kind of put them where you want. The ball's moving even more than normal, and the bat's now moving more than normal.
Back here at Oracle Park, set for the last half of the 7th. And digging in for San Francisco.
All right,
Tyrell
so
Estrada.
our 7th inning guy here. This seems pretty straightforward. We go to Tanner
Here's a new
Rainey.
pitcher
Here
from
we
the
go.
pen, Tanner Rainey. On for his 20th appearance of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Nationals, number 21, Tanner.
Man, I don't know. Like, I know GG's asking about the Lions. Are they going to get the win? I mean, I'm not going to bet against the Chiefs. I can tell you that. I mean, if we're just talking straight head-to-head. But I don't know. Like, maybe I've just been burned so many times. Like, I know there's so much optimism around the Lions right now. But I don't think it's like quite as in the bag. I know it's like a romantic Cinderella story. We all like it. We watched Hard Knocks and so on. But like, I don't think it's as in the bag as everyone just seems to think. What I mean by is the NFC North. Like, I don't think Green Bay is going to be as bad as everyone thinks just because they have Jordan Love. I just think they have plenty of other good pieces. I don't think the Vikings are as terrible as everyone thinks. And I think the Bears can be better than everyone thinks. So I think the Lions are still a team to beat in that division. But like, I don't know. It wouldn't like completely surprise me if they didn't win the division. Like, they've never done it. It's hard to really just like lock it in. And I've heard so many people just saying like, "Oh yeah, no, they got it in the bag and it's a lock." And I don't know. And you know, Jared Goff played so well last year. I don't. You know, is it fool's gold? Where is he really going to be able to repeat all of that? Or, you know, teams have had all this time now to kind of prepare and do all this other stuff, and I don't know. I worry about their run defense. You know, their defensive tackles are a little thin. But I'll tell you what, I think there's going to be some excitement on offense with them, though. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be a potential rookie of the year. And yeah, this is going to be fun to watch. I'll definitely be watching. But if they can beat the Chiefs, I mean, again, it's not going to make or break their season. But I don't know. It'll be pandemonium if they beat the Chiefs in Kansas City tomorrow. Let's just put it that way.
See the velocity, 97.
People in Detroit, people not in Detroit, like we're all going to lose our collective minds.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a count at 2-0.
That's cool, man. I was rooting for the Rams. Like, I was always a huge Stafford supporter. It drove me crazy. It's Detroit fans thinking Stafford was the problem. Like, give me a break. Like, I'm not saying he's perfect by any means, but like, he clearly can win. He won a damn Super Bowl the first year he left. But yeah, I really loved watching that team. They were my team in Madden last year in an online league. They're so fun. I mean, my gosh, having Cooper Kupp and Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey at the time, it's sick. But yeah, I mean, Goff played really, really well. Ben Johnson even just had some brilliant game plans. But I mean,
looking to get the tying run,
you know, teams get figured out too, you know, and it's going to be how do they adjust? Like,
straight at bat, a big first down here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah,
I think the Lions for sure next season. Like this season, I'm still kind of like being a little cautious. I think next season though, it'll be Agent Hutchinson's third year. Like Jameson Williams will be there all year. It's going to be tough. I'm just getting caught up in the chat here, guys, really quick. So if you're missing the chat, a lot of NFL talk here, which is a totally fair game here. On the eve of the NFL season starting. Let's see, the window's open for the Lions, says GG. Yeah, Lions are coming on. Yeah, they finished 8-2 to finish the season last year. Beat the Packers on the road. Bears are the Bears, yeah, but when you have Justin Fields, I mean, and like the Lions refuse to play zone defense, which by the way, that's one of my predictions around. I think they're going to throw a lot of zone at Kansas City, and they won't be expecting it. I think that's their only hope on defense. If you play man, they're just gonna kill you. But Aaron Glenn loves to play man. He refuses to use the QB spy, and I mean that's a scary thing when you play quarterbacks like Justin Fields twice. And even though, you know, Patrick Mahomes can kill you with his arm well before he can kill you with his feet, he can still move. And like he's too savvy of a player just to leave wide open like that. And so I don't know if they play man all day tomorrow. I don't know. Aaron Glenn seems cool, but he'll be on my hit list a little bit. So they got to start mixing it up. So yeah, Bears, Packers are always in the hunt. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I mean, Jordan Love wasn't he a first round pick? It's not like he's just some dude off the street. He just hasn't had a chance. And by the way, that's how Aaron Rodgers got started. So I don't know. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, exactly. So Gigi's kind of saying a lot of the same stuff I am. And yeah, it's just the Lions haven't been good in so long, man. It's just hard to like. It's. No, you're good. I don't mind taking a break just to kind of chat. But yeah, it's just. I love what they're doing in Detroit. I mean, for sure. Love it. Like, love, especially after Patricia and his fucking clown show. Super excited for it. And sorry for the cussing. I try not to cuss on the channel. So I'm super excited for it. But yeah, it's like, I've just been burning, man. I'm old. Like, I've been watching the Lions. I mean, the first season I remember watching, I don't even remember. I mean, I remember when Barry Sanders was early in his career. You know what I mean? Like, it's been such a tease. Like, not even a tease. Like, it's just been downright tough. Really, really, really tough. Like, when I used to live in Chicago, I would talk to Cub fans about it because that was the closest thing that I could kind of compare. But I mean, the Lions might even have it harder than like the Cubs. The Cubs had the longer stretch, obviously, before their World Series. But man, it's tough. Just like the losses just being really, really heartbreaking and stuff like that. So. Yeah, Mahomes is going to ball out tomorrow. Like, the only hope with the Lions, again, they got to surprise him a little bit because there's one thing the Lions will do tomorrow, and they will create pressure, but they got to be able to stop the run first. And if they can, if they can just get Mahomes to hesitate a little bit, again, mixing in some zone, throwing some different looks at him. I mean, it's hard to confuse the guy, but like, that's your hope because I mean, they have dudes who can get home, and if they can get them in 3rd and longs, they got a shot, but we'll see. We'll see. So why did I pick the Nationals? I always like to pick a team that's like in real life kind of has gone through like a GM or like a manager change. Yeah, I've definitely done Detroit before, but it's been like after they fired Brad Ausmus, things like that, or maybe fired the GM, like I think when Dombrowski left. But yeah, definitely, there's always that temptation to take the Tigers. But I also find like when I use my home team, or here, like say if I use the Padres, like the team I probably see the most now living in San Diego, like you just start to notice things like the stadium's not right, or so I like to kind of use teams where I'm like, I don't watch the Nationals, I'll never notice stuff, so I don't mind it. All right, let's get back to it. I gotta get to dinner here. It's getting late.
Conforto in the box now. Take strike one.
Let's get this win, guys. You guys got me thinking about the Lions now. Oh my God. I woke up at like 4:50 this morning. Part of it's jet lag. I was in Cleveland over the weekend visiting my brother, who had just had a baby. So we were hanging out with them. So I'm still kind of like, oh, my timing's all goofy. So like waking up at 4:50 is not as pathetic as it seems. But part of it too, I'll admit, was like, oh my gosh, the Lions play in like a day. Like
That's a really good take right there. Slider
guys, I'm a geek. I love baseball, love the Tigers, but like,
next pitch is
man, give me my Lions.
3-1. Joey Bart up next.
Give me my Lions.
Plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience
Second
in this one.
walk or no? First walk?
One down. And up
Same
next
for
for
Rainey.
San Francisco, Joey
Must not be.
Bart.
There's only one out, no runs scored.
In there for strike one.
Gotta be careful here. Maybe these guys can flip this game on its head.
In the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Got that pitch.
Conforto, the base runner at first with one out.
Oh, left it over the plate too much.
Lead runner makes the turn at second. Into
Yeah,
third
no
now.
shot to get him.
So runners at the corners and one out.
Come on, Rainey, you gotta settle down.
Right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some.
Hey, sliders didn't change, by the way, right? So that starter pitching so well. I mean, the Giants here are finally waking up. Third game of the series. Took them 2.5 games. So we might need to get something going here. Is there any need for a lefty? No. We are going to do a Mountains of You got to settle down. Just relax.
In this game, so they'll talk it over.
Get this double play and get out of here.
Check swing didn't go. Ball one. One out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Next offering upstairs.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Rip to third and
should have dropped it. Let it hit your chest. Turn the double play. Take one for the team.
Austin Slater, the next Giant to hit.
All right, we can get this guy. We can strike him out.
And
Great
is
pitch.
in for a strike.
Great pitch. Here we go.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight.
Yes.
And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Way to settle down, Rainey.
Downs.
Mound visits matter,
Down,
guys.
and he makes the catch.
Use them.
That is the inning. 2 left on. We look ahead to inning number
98.
8.
I remember 98. That was
The
Barry's last
Nationals
season.
3 and the Giants 2.
Yeah. It's hard not to be pessimistic with the Lions, even though I consider myself like I'm being optimistic. It's hard not to be realistic, right? I think that's probably what we're trying to say collectively. It's not that I'm being pessimistic. I'm just trying to be realistic. Like, so here's what's funny too. My wife and I, we just booked a trip to Spain. We're going back to Spain, and she's going to be running in their half marathon in Barcelona, which just happens to be on the day of the Super Bowl. And I'm already like, oh my god, what if the Lions are in the Super Bowl? Like, it's going to start at like midnight or something crazy. And
Time called.
so yeah, I don't know. I'm already kind of like, oh my god. I mean, it'll be the greatest problem ever to have to sort out, but still, like, it's just wild. Sinker, slider.
Still
This
not
guy
ready to
throws a
plate, I
lot
guess.
of stuff low in the zone here. So, okay. Just get my bearings. Very, very slow, minus that sinker,
Comes a
which we can
pitch.
hit the right field.
Tried to check his
Oh,
swing
come
there.
on, come on,
Now
come on,
an appeal
come on.
to first. And he went around.
thought that was
Ruled
the
a
slider.
swing. Now the 0-1. And downstairs.
Too low. Too low.
We got 1 ball, 1 strike.
That misses.
low.
And a count 2-1. Late
Oh,
that
that was
time,
terrible.
and it's strike 2.
That was so late. Alright, let's regroup here.
2-2 now.
Get foul. Get foul.
Here's a high
Dang it.
chopper. The throw to first. First out.
These bats are important. 1-run game against a team that's starting to light up the bats a little bit. I thought about doing the A's, and like I was gonna move them to Vegas, build a stadium. I just ran out of time.
Right. First offering misses the mark. Activity in the bullpen. Jacob Junis up and throwing for Gabe Kapler. Next pitch misses. Now 2-0.
2-0.
Inside, just missed.
This series kind of feels like a playoff series for me. Like, to win 3 in a row on the road, and then there's an off day tomorrow. Like, it's been kind of a fun series. I've been super focused in on it
3-0 down.
until we start talking about the
And
Lions.
that's ball 4.
So I'm not gonna look at the
Well, he
chat
tried
here
to
until I'm
nibble
pitching.
Right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Hill stands in now, looks at that one inside. Candelario at first, 1 gone.
I want this win.
Not even close there. Ball 2.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
A little too inside. If that was a slider, I'm not gonna swing at those things inside there. That one I
Ground
will.
ball left side,
That's a
could
double
be
play.
2.
He's pretty
Quickly to
fast though.
second for 1. Over to
Beat it out.
first, safe.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. That's what I was looking for. I'm actually happy with that swing. It's just hit right into the
So
double
the
play
lineup
shift there.
flips over, and the batter now, Jeter Downs. That one misses. And
I
that
tried to
is
steal him there. He
ball
didn't go. That was the perfect pitch to steal on too.
He was late there. Strike 1. That's in there. 1 and 2. The kick in the pitch. Runner goes. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Pitch misses, and it's 2-2. Kicks and fires. Foul ball,
had to
another 2-2
protect there.
upcoming.
If that was the sinker, that was going to be a strike.
Kicks and deals. And now it's filled up.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Into center. Yastrzemski has this one sized up. Brings it in.
Dang.
And that is that. So one left for Washington. And it remains a 3-2.
Yeah, I like Jeimer Candelario. I was really pumped when they made the trade for him. I mean, a switch hitting third baseman who can draw walks. I mean, shoot.
Welcome back. Down to third baseman, J.D. Davis.
That's funny, Michael, about the pausing. That's cool.
Extra at stake in this
Yeah, they had a lot of cool little Easter eggs like that. It was fun.
With his hitting streak in jeopardy.
Yeah, Jeimer's back in Chicago. Yeah, man, Wrigley Field sometimes makes me miss Chicago. I openly, you guys are getting mad at me. I don't like Wrigley. I don't like. I appreciate old stadiums, but I don't like watching games at them all the time. But went to Chicago earlier this year for their marathon, their half marathon. My wife was running in, and yeah, I missed it. It was fun. They did a lot of work with Wrigleyville around the stadium. It looks really good. Let's see. Yeah, super cool. Appreciate the chat, guys. Okay, here we go. We're going to our 8th inning guy.
A new arm into the game. The righty,
Carl Edwards Jr. has been pretty damn good for us. Better against lefties, which is weird, but I guess works pretty well for your setup guy.
But at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
It's a big inning for him. Let's get it.
The pitch. Line drive, that's a base hit.
Let that get behind you. There you go. Holds into a single. That's important. All right, well, probably their best hitter, one of the two at least.
His hitting streak continues. There have been almost no bad days for him in the past month.
This guy's running hot, Boog, and people
Yeah, good for
around
him.
the league are paying
That's pretty cool.
serious attention.
I've
to
never
this
seen that,
streak
actually.
now, especially the pitchers that are trying to slow him down.
All right, so I imagine we got some speed here, a little bit, nothing
And now Jack
too
Peterson.
crazy. Just get
Pickoff
a
throw,
courtesy
and
throw
he's
over
back
there.
standing.
Oof, that's not where I wanted that.
Got
Oh,
the
great
bat
pitch.
going too
What
soon
a
and
pitch.
strike two.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
That misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
The next pitch misses.
Okay, those are good
2-2.
misses. I'm fine with that.
Struck him out looking.
Filthy pitch.
Now the Giants 4-hitter, Mitch Haniger.
Well, if you follow the statistics, the advantage here is to the Giants. Carl Edwards worse against righties so far in the early going.
First pitch, and that's in for a
Good
strike.
pitch. Let's give a toss over to that runner here, because we all know they love to hit and run.
Check on the runner. Gonzalez back easily.
I don't really like to pitch out of the stretch too much. At least the quick pitch stretch, I guess. He's already pitching out of the stretch. But good
Misses
pitch.
there.
That's a good miss, though.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
And it is 2-1.
It's getting squeezed a little bit.
Yeah,
here.
he is. Oh my gosh, I'm so lucky he didn't destroy that. Fastball? All right.
Edwards picks over, and he's back safely. Two. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And the righty deals. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Two now. And that one is inside.
Oh no, I needed that pitch.
Mike Yastrzemski in the on deck circle.
Stressful.
Got him. That's out number 2.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So
that is a baller pitch right there.
Get him in the scoring position and try to have
What
a better
pitch.
chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Stepping in, Mike Yastrzemski. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
The next offering misses, and it's 2-1. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Check swing, no appeal. Counts full, 3-2.
Where's going now?
Swing, and he breaks his bat. And a foul ball. Got him.
Oh my God.
That's the third
What
out.
pitching.
Inning over. They get a leadoff
Whew.
single, but leave him
Good job.
stranded. Through 8 full.
Carl Edwards
it's the
Jr.,
Nationals
thank you.
3 and the Giants 2.
Yeah, it does get to be repetitive, but it kind of keeps me in the game a little bit. It reminds me of some stuff, and I don't know. I don't mind it. I'm just glad they changed them up. I didn't mind the previous announcers, but it's just kind of nice to have different guys. I love what NBA 2K is doing with their announcers. It's so cool how like you have regional announcers, and that game's just so freaking awesome. I wish they're still making football and baseball games and hockey games.
Defense, Brandon Crawford. He's the new third baseman.
All right, so what are we doing here? We're going to get our closer up, of course, and I want to kind of think about, got a righty. Yeah, I mean, okay. Who we got on the bench here? Anybody have like a pinch hitter quirk? I know Lane Thomas does, but he's already in the lineup. CJ Abrams would be a good pinch hit, so would Garcia. So we got some guys who can pinch hit for sure. Ooh, that's slow. This dude throws really slow.
And the pitch. Rogers, in his 4th year, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a sinker. Bullpen activity starting up now. Taylor Rogers getting loose out there. He caught it behind his
nice play.
back. Fires to first. Got him.
The thing with these sidearm pitchers, people will ask me or freak out, can't hit these guys. Guys, don't watch the delivery. The delivery doesn't matter. Think of it like a pitching machine. All you got to figure out is where does the ball release from, and it's just like a pitching machine. Don't pay attention.
And now he'll ask for time and step out of the box.
No. Oh, we have some guys who can pinch hit here, man. But he's our best right fielder, though. I can't take him out. No, there's no one on base. He can get on base. He's 1 for 3.
Next pitch is popped up. He makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Joey Meneses.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, Joey Meneses.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
There's a strike.
Some guys are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Lifted in the air down the left side.
All right, ninth inning time.
Catch, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down.
Got to get through this one kind of quick, guys. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Give the video a like.
Now here is
Follow me on Twitter at MikeLowe47.
Kyle Finnegan comes out.
Be looking for NBA 2K stuff for sure. I should have my copy soon. Let me see. I'm checking my inbox now.
Number 67, Kyle Finnegan.
And Madden roster is, of course, coming out. Let's see if we want to do any subs here. So, okay with that. Okay with pretty much all this stuff. I would love to take out Chavis, but anybody at third base we want. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's get it.
And a pitch. This one popped up.
Dude, stand up and
that's
catch
a
the
foul
ball.
ball. And a foul ball. Next offering misses, and the count is 1-2.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Oh, these are such good pitches. He's sharp right now.
Righty to the plate. And a ground ball to first. Meneses takes
That was
it
a crazy
himself,
shift.
and the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
That's why you hug the lines.
Yeah,
on the
guarding the
corners.
lines.
Late in a ball game like this, positioned perfectly.
The batter will be Michael Conforto.
Oh my
That
gosh.
one's in
Not
there
where I
on
want that
one.
pitch.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it,
Nor do I
he's
want
not gonna
that
swing
there.
that early in the count.
Come on, wake up.
0-2 now.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good pitch.
Stays alive. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth. Next one misses. 2-2. And now the count filled up 3-2. Joey Bart to bat next. And the tying run is on base.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
And here's the catcher, Joey Bart.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Flips the corner. It's 0-1.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some guys.
Close, but called a ball. And it's a ball and a strike. Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the ninth. And now 2-1.
Ooh,
Fouled
yikes.
off. He was late.
Scary location.
Pitch misses inside,
goodness.
and it's 3-2. Marco Luciano waits to bat for the Giants. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that split caught a lot of the zone. Definitely a hittable pitch, but coming off the fastball the pitch before, it's kind of tough to recognize. You notice there's something different about it. He threw it with the same arm action, same release point, and he left it up. But the movement and the change of speeds, that was enough to do the job.
It's weird they actually won't even let me I want that third baseman playing the line.
Luciano.
Oh,
Swings
might have
through
taken
it
a
for
pitch.
strike one.
Well, so many hard throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that guys have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to
That's
it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen.
Catch the ball.
So
Whoa,
hard to
whoa,
play
whoa,
catch
whoa,
up.
whoa, whoa.
Makes the catch.
That ball was moving a lot.
And the Nationals
Game over.
come in here and
I'll
finish
take it.
off a 3-game sweep.
Guys, I gotta run.
Perfect way to finish up
If there's anything significant in the post game, I'll post it on the Operations Sports forum. But we sweep the series. We have an off day coming up. That's 3 wins in a row. That's, I think, 4 out of our last 5. We're still the Nationals. We still kind of suck. But I appreciate you guys in the chat. Appreciate it all. Checking out the video later. Give the video a like. Give it a share. Whatever you want to do with it. Appreciate you guys just checking out the content. Talk to you soon.